This is your podcast, Virginity. We are.
Yeah, it's my podcast. They're taking my podcast, Virginity.
Dude, you got to say that again for a clip. That's great.
They are taking my podcast, Virginity, as we speak.
All right. Welcome back to Ben the Menace. Thank you guys for tuning in. This week's episode, we have a great guest. We have the lovely, the cat lady, which we just found out. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. You might have heard of her. We have Myra Glassford here.
Yes.
Give it up for Myra. Yeah.
Thank you.
Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah. No, I mean, I try to make it really easy. It's just how it's spelled.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not your real name.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
I never know.
Yeah, no, we just
what an idiot. I'm talking to a porn star and I'm like, wait, that's not your real name?
Well, to be fair, I did make it I try to make it so like a normal girl.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, that sounds like a regular name.
Does it?
They're probably like, if you looked in the yellow pages, I'm maybe a little older than you. We used to have the yellow pages.
I know it.
You remember that? Yeah. There probably are some Myra Glassfords.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Mix it up a little bit.
You want to affect their lives.
Yeah. No, hopefully. Okay, maybe not. Yeah.
How did you come up with that name? I'm curious.
Okay, so my real name is like kind of similar to that. Like it has like the same like sound, like, you know, Myra is close to that. So I just picked something that was like close to my real name and then a last name that was also somewhat close to my real name. And you ever seen like those cheesy movies where somebody will be like trying to think of like a fake name and then they're just like looking around the room and then that's exactly what happened.
Like my name is Grey Goose Plant.
Oh yeah. That was it. That's exactly how it happened with the last name.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Yeah.
You saw glass.
And I saw like a Ford truck and I was like, all right, that's it.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And you told me before we started that this is your first podcast.
Yeah, it's my first podcast.
But let's just get all this out of the way before we really get going. What are your expectations? Do you watch podcasts? How do you feel about podcasting?
Okay, not gonna lie, I always try to go into everything with no expectations because that's how you have a good time. But
I should follow that advice more.
Yeah, it's good advice. That's how you never get let down either. But what's it called? I watch podcasts. I watched that one that was like Trisha Paytas and the Ethan guy, and they had a big old fight. Yes, frenemies.
Oh, I've heard of it. Okay.
Yeah. I watched that one, and like I see like all the clips on like TikTok and stuff, and I like to tune in for those. Like those are fun.
The highlights.
I have a terrible attention span.
Okay. Yeah. And we're not using your real name, of course, but are you willing to divulge your age?
Yes, I will divulge my age. I'm about to be 21 in April 24th, but right now I'm 20. So.
Wow. So you cannot drink liquor legally.
Right now, no. Well, legally, no.
Yeah. No.
But right now, unfortunately, not.
Yeah. If the cops are watching, you've never had. Literally
never, guys. Yeah. No. I'll just lie.
Okay. So like YouTubing, like basically what I'm saying is like the origin of podcasting, or like the original podcast, you were a little young for that. You weren't listening to like Joe Rogan. Maybe you're never listening to Joe Rogan, but in like 2009.
Yeah, no. Unless like my dad happened to turn him on the radio. But yeah, no. Not
That's
really.
wild. I grew up, it's like maybe my dad turned on Howard Stern, maybe. And to you, he's just like some dead guy who's about to die.
Dang.
Right?
Honestly, I didn't know how old he was. I just hear his voice. I know what his voice is.
He's got a good voice. I don't know how old he is, but he's a lot older than Joe.
Interesting.
But Joe was like what your dad liked.
That is true.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So so you're going in with an open mind.
Yes.
No expectations.
None.
Anything could happen.
Well, I hope we just mostly talk.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to get married. We're just talking. Cool. Today we're just talking. Yeah, that's funny. What if this was like the new version of the casting couch?
That's what I'm saying, dude. When you say anything could happen, my porn star mind was like, anything could happen.
That's a hilarious idea for a casting couch porn.
I think they're working on it.
You want to come on my long form podcast? And then you're like, hey, where are you from? And then I don't know. I'm probably not even allowed to say on YouTube what would happen next, but something bad.
Yeah. I mean, well, the porn star way would be something fun. Yeah.
No, sure, but something. Sorry, bad is the wrong way to say it. Something unplanned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So what did you like? You're 20. What were your like influences entertainment wise?
Oh gosh. Like I'm really okay, so I love like pretty much all music except for like techno and like jazz, like weird stuff like that. But like I love like early 90s hardcore like music. I like Limp Bizkit, Rage Against the Machine. I also really love like early R&B, like like back when what was his name? Like back when Usher and all them were popping, but I'm thinking Miguel. Oh my god,
I
yeah.
like Miguel too.
Yeah, like artists like that. So
I actually met Miguel once. He's very small.
Is he nice?
Yeah, very nice guy. But I was kind of blown away. I was like, oh, you're like almost a legal midget. You're like really. He's like 4'11".
I mean, dang.
He can sing. He's a good dude. He's like, I don't know how tall you are.
Yeah.
He's around your height.
Oh, okay.
He's a little dude.
Wait, I'm wearing heels like around my height, like right now.
Yeah.
Oh well, he might be around like 5'5", because I'm 5'2" without heels. These are pretty thick.
You might be taller than him right now.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It sounds like your memory might be a little fuzzy.
Yeah, that's true. 5'6". Listed.
Dang, I was close.
Yes.
Well, that's what he's listed as. You know what they do? They do lie.
Oh yeah.
They lie.
Hollywood and the NBA. They're always lying.
They're lying.
They say Steph Curry's 6'3". Not true.
Also, driver's licenses lie. I remember this guy showed me his driver's license and it said 6 foot. He was 5'9" is being generous.
You can put down whatever you want.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't trust it. I'm on your side. I believe you.
Thank you. Finally someone's on my side. It's so rare these days.
It's okay. I'll be here.
Thank you. I didn't expect this to be going so well, so fast. Yeah.
Thanks.
You're on my side. I live with my. She's about to be my wife.
Oh. Nice.
It's turned. The communication has turned into almost 100% nagging. That's where we're at.
Well,
Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Thank God. The person who's not named Myra Glassford is here to tell me that I'm doing okay.
Yeah, right. I mean, I am gonna have to double back and agree. I think she's probably right with the nagging. I'm just gonna, as a woman, I'm gonna.
Myra, you've been here for 5 minutes.
okay. Listen. I object. Or something.
So you told me. I'm curious about how you like. I talked to Riley about this when she came in. About how you got into what should I call it? Porn?
Yeah, the industry.
Can I just call it porn?
I mean, that's what I call it. Shit.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll call it whatever you call it.
Yeah.
I'm curious about when you got into porn, why, what made you interested in it, all that sort of stuff.
Okay, so you want the whole rundown?
Yeah, let's see. Let's start whatever comes to mind initially, and then maybe who knows what'll happen.
All right, cool. So,
we won't have. There's no porn. We're not shooting a porn.
Too bad. I can use a check, but
yeah,
anyway.
yeah, exactly. I don't have that kind of money.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, or a production company or anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although maybe I could figure something out, but okay.
The lighting's good.
No, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I've seen worse in terms of shooting. I've seen worse.
Okay, so probably in the early stages for you saw worse.
Oh yeah.
How did it start?
Oh yeah, right. So okay, basically, it's actually kind of like, kind of a type story, but basically, I was like,
What do you
18.
mean? What do you mean by that?
I can't.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's hard to. Put
You were
into-
18.
Yeah,
Okay.
straight,
Got
fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
Dude. It's fresh.
Yeah.
No, I actually was though. Actually, I mean.
I don't know what to.
You're
Myra,
right.
I don't know what to believe anymore.
You're right, actually. No, you're 18. You're right. Actually, come to think of it, you just reminded me.
Okay.
But like when I actually got into the industry, like actually I was 18.
Got it.
Fresh out of high school, I started an OnlyFans because I was like, dang, I don't have a car. Like I don't have a way to get to a job. Like looks like I'm gonna just have to figure out a way to make money at home. So I made an OnlyFans and literally like just like that. I was.
Was this during lockdown?
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
Got
because I graduated like COVID year. Yeah.
I actually tried to convince. The second that COVID happened, I was like, Christina, I think we have to start an OnlyFans to make money. And
I
my girlfriend was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But if I had been dating someone else, we probably could be doing okay now financially.
for sure.
Yeah.
Okay is an understatement.
Okay.
Yeah, no, people make crazy money on OnlyFans. Like casual, like people make like 10K.
What's her name?
casually.
Bad Baby? She's doing pretty well.
Bad Baby.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
she's doing
Is that her
crazy
name?
good.
Yeah,
That is. Yeah.
Catch Me Outside.
Yeah, she's doing crazy good. Like,
Yeah.
I think she easily clears like $1 million, like easily.
Hey.
And like people casually make like 10K a month.
That sounds pretty good.
It is. I'd say. I mean, you know.
If I ever make 10K a month, it will not be casual. I
Oh.
promise you.
Yeah. I mean, for porn stars, we got the OnlyFans and the shoot, so it's like
Yes.
we got all that stuff.
When it all builds your fan base, people who watch all your stuff, and you have like, I bet for OnlyFans you have like loyal fans.
Yeah, you get like those like obsessive, like awesome. Well, to me, they're awesome. I freaking love them.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you get those like really obsessive, like people who like they're an actual fan type thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some might call those stalkers, I think.
What
Internet's-
type of stalker is putting money in my bank?
Yeah.
What?
No, but like the modern stalker is like an investor.
Right?
They don't need to follow you around. They give you money. They're like they're patrons.
Smart stalkers, yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good way. You want to hold on to your stalkers. Smart
Yeah.
stalkers. Okay, so pandemic hits, and you're thinking, I want to make some money.
Yeah.
And were you maybe like kind of interested in the industry to begin with?
Honestly, it's so funny. When I first started, like I was very closed off, like sexually, all that stuff. Well, not like socially. Like I was pretty good socially, but like sexually, I had only been with my one boyfriend when I first started. So it was like a big transition into like doing all this. But like, fast forward and I fucking love it now. So
Is there like a learning curve or like
yes. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, we got to start at the very beginning.
1 second.
Yeah.
Can you just hold the mic a little bit closer? Just when you're talking.
Yeah.
Just kind of like how Ben's doing it.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're right. First,
Cool.
you probably haven't worked with like a stand-up mic ever. Yeah.
I've never.
Again, when you do your podcast casting couch,
Ooh, yeah.
gotta hold it close to your mouth.
I'll remember
Why am I
that.
saying any of this?
No, because now we're manifesting. Also, I think someone's working on that.
I'm sure.
I think so. There's a lot of ideas in the works I've heard about.
No, that makes complete sense. Well, and it's I've maybe Riley even mentioned someone who's doing that already.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Yeah.
what's it called?
Did she?
They upload it on Pornhub.
Yes.
So it's like half interview and then the other half episode.
It literally starts as a podcast.
Oh, yeah, I did that shoot. Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah, the Mano job. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even. It's called the Mano Job.
Yeah, or something. It's like they've got like a few different like sites, I think, but like that. It's like something. It's all like hand jobs and shit. And blow
Okay.
jobs.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's how most guys feel about it.
So they're starting small. So if it's just hand jobs, does that mean that it's like just not that serious yet, or that it's like, what does it mean
Like,
as far as you're concerned?
Well, actually, I didn't start out with that one. Like, I started like the way that you would usually start out is like doing like solo, which is like just you, like you're not performing with
Got it.
anybody. So you're taking pictures, you're trying things out,
Was that on OnlyFans?
No, well, actually, I mean, obviously, I started with OnlyFans, type thing. But my first shoot, that's what it was. It was a solo shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like nerve-wracking to like show up and everything like that.
So somebody hired you to do the solo shoot. You weren't doing it
Yeah.
yourself.
No, yeah. So like, I mean, I was doing little stuff on my OnlyFans, but I got hired by my agent. He reached out to me, signed me, and then he sent me to that shoot.
This agent is a good guy, bad guy.
Well, I'm not much of a gossip, but let me. Okay, no, I'm just.
Well, give me I know what entertainment agents are like
Uh-huh.
on some level. There's
Yeah.
a stereotype. I've met a bunch of them.
Uh-huh.
What are porn agents like?
Porn agents.
Or is there a type?
I mean, okay, so like, honestly, from what I've heard, I haven't been in the industry like in it very long. Like, I've been in it for 2 years, but I've only been doing boy girl since like January.
Okay.
So, from what I've heard, most agents are just legal pimps. That's literally it.
See, that's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I switched agencies from the agent that I was originally with, and I'm with like what everyone considers to be the most professional in the industry. I have talked to so many people, and even people that are like not cool with him, they can't even say anything bad about him. So I'm like,
So you got a good one.
Yeah, I think so.
But the
We'll
first
see.
one maybe not quite so good.
No, just they're worried about their money. They're worried about their pockets, not.
So straight like actual pimping.
I mean, yeah, yes and no. Like, I mean, once you get to the boy,
You don't need
girl,
to say anything to if you can censor yourself if you need to.
No,
it's okay.
I'm cool. I'm like open.
Okay.
But yes and no. Like when it first starts, you're just doing solo shoots. You can kind of somewhat even consider that modeling because you're just taking pictures of yourself type thing. Once you go into the boy girl stuff, if you're doing really professional shoots, me personally, I wouldn't consider that pimping because it's like you are getting paid. You're not in danger, this and that. But like. There was one time I was booked for a really unprofessional shoot and it screamed like prostitution. Like I was like, I hate this. That's what made me switch agencies.
Okay. So what does an unprofessional shoot feel like relative to a professional one?
So a professional shoot would be like, you got your lighting, your PA, you got a producer, lots of cameras, you've got the whole setup.
So a lot of cameras, lighting, people behind the camera.
Yeah, and like personal assistants with wipes and like freaking douches and things like that. So
there's a staff.
Yeah, there's a whole staff.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes there are smaller companies without like a staff and that's fine, but also a big difference would be like having a set. Like me personally, I don't like to film in hotel rooms. I feel like that's just so like weird. Unless it's like a really nice like suite that's like different, but like a.
But if they say like come by the Holiday Inn.
I'm not going by the Holiday Inn. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So like for me personally, I mean that's what makes an unprofessional shoot. Just like no set, like not that much camera action, like not that much lighting, like or just none at all. Yeah.
Okay. And you did an unprofessional shoot, what you would say is an unprofessional shoot.
I would say so, yeah.
For that initial agent.
Oh, yeah. Also, a big thing would be like having your own site. This person, I was under the impression they had their own site type thing, and he was just uploading.
What does that mean, their own site? On location, you mean?
No, like their website. Like,
got it.
Yeah,
sure. Whatever.
Right.
Bang Bros.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
Sure. Okay.
I was under the impression he had his own site, but he didn't. So
where's he putting it?
Like OnlyFans type things like that.
Yeah, that's a little shady.
It is. I mean, the pay was great, but and I really needed it, so I wasn't about to walk back out. So that was my choice. But the fact that I had an agent who would even put me in that situation and even think that I would be okay with that.
Got it. You want someone who's going to take care of you.
Yeah. No, I mean, he was at first, but like he kind of he got desperate. Yeah, for money.
Got it.
Yeah.
So he was signing you up for stuff that maybe wasn't the safest or the most reliable. Just because he needed the cash.
Yeah.
And the new guy wouldn't do that, you feel like?
I don't think so. I mean, again, everything I've heard about him is just great. And I've been with him for like a month now, and I've gotten the best shoots, so many shoots. I've gotten more shoots because also the agent that I used to work with is blacklisted and no listed by so many people. Like people won't work with him. So that's
not good.
Right. And then it prevents me from getting shoots at that point. So even if, I was the type to be cool with a hotel room shoot, because a lot of girls do not care if it gets uploaded to OnlyFans, whatever. They just care about the check, right?
Sure.
I care because that's my name, that's what I'm putting out, but and the impression that people get off me professionally.
Well, you want to be considered good at your job, ideally, right? Doing like high level stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing to have that release. I was like, oh my god! Like every time I saw it, I was like, this is so embarrassing.
Is the hotel room shoot like kind of notorious? Like, do people know like, oh, we don't do those? Those are bad.
Honestly, it's kind of like. From girl to girl, like some girls don't care. Some girls are like, this makes me uncomfortable. I would be that girl. I'm usually like so hard to make me uncomfortable though. Like I honestly think I just had one bad experience and then that made me just be like, I'm not going to hotels anymore.
Got it.
Type thing. But like again, if it's like a suite or like a real website company, of course I'll go in a hotel like for a legit company. But it was just the fact that I was under the impression that it was and it wasn't.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Really, what you're saying is, if you want to shoot something with Myra Glassford in a hotel. Spend some fucking money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And make it a nice hotel, please.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we're going back to the beginning. You go to a solo shoot, and it's professional, or is it?
I would say so. Yeah, very professional. I mean it really got my name out there and stuff like that. Got a lot of good exposure. Yeah.
Just one shoot, and it was very helpful.
Oh, extremely, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then people start contacting you based on that to do other ones?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I had, like, after that one, like, I don't know how many people wanted to hire me because I wasn't doing boy-girl back then, but I had already gotten, like, think like 10 more solo shoots after that.
Really?
Yeah, and that's not really like it's really hard to get solo and like girl and stuff like that. People just want to see girls. You know?
Well, and that's like a higher ticket probably. Like there's probably more money and it's easier to sell to somebody or something like that.
Honestly, I don't know if it's easier to sell, but he makes money. So
okay,
the other guy who owns the company.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you do the solo and people are reaching out to you. Is that when the agent reaches out? Is that like when stuff like that starts to happen?
So the agent got me the shoot.
Got it. Okay, so how do you find the agent initially? Like, how did you even find the shoot?
So my agent reached out. Like, I was just posting on Twitter trying to grow my OnlyFans,
okay.
and like literally, I think I had a Twitter for like maybe 24 hours, and he already messaged
wow.
me. Yeah. See, the thing is, a lot of people don't like him or his like attitude, the way he handles business. But everybody will tell you he's an amazing recruiter. Like he has skill. Like he's gotten so many good girls, like snatch them up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, were you doing something that made you stand out? Were you doing something special? No.
I mean, like they always say. I mean.
Some of it's based on who you are, your look, your attitude, of course. I'm just wondering, like, what gets you snapped up in 24 hours?
I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Me personally, it was being short, pale, redhead. You know,
that's a type.
Young looking, yeah.
Yeah.
That is very desired. Petite, that's super desired.
Yes, no, we're in Hollywood. I could tell you that's very. I think the Illuminati might want you.
Well, are they still handing out checks for your soul? Because if so, I'll do it. I just like, is it a good check though?
Okay, that makes sense. So you fit in a void. They were looking for a type, and you were that type.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what next? You do the solo, you get more offers to do solos?
Pretty much, yeah. So after I did my first solo, you know, like you said, I got offered a few more solos, but I ended up taking like a really big break. I just kind of started focusing more on OnlyFans, less on shoots. And then I would just kind of do shoots like here and there, like once every 6 months or something like that. And I kind of stopped contacting my agent. So I was just kind of like independent for like 2 years. Yeah. And then that would bring me to here, January. And then that's when I came back.
You moved here in January?
Oh, no. Like in this career.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you started doing more shoots that you weren't shooting yourself.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, after that 2-year break went by, like when it first started, I was like on OnlyFans. By the end of the 2-year break, I didn't even... I couldn't even remember I had an OnlyFans. So
okay.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, the OnlyFans thing just isn't for me. I'm not the type to go on my phone and reply to a bunch of messages. It's really hard for me. So that's why I wasn't.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. I can't. It kind of blows my mind that women do that. They make good money, I know, but they live on their phones.
I know, I can't.
And people do dick ratings and stuff.
Guilty.
I mean, what a bizarre way to live. You're just looking at photos. Like, I can't, as far as I know, what women hate most is unsolicited penis photos.
Yeah.
And it sounds like when you're on OnlyFans, your job is to look at those photos.
It is.
But they're solicited because you get paid.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, that was another thing. Like, I noticed, like, the more I would be on my phone on OnlyFans, the more, like, I would passively think about sex. I was like, dang, this is really not good for my brain.
It's like taking over your life.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do now to lessen that?
Now I just I'm not really on my OnlyFans that much. Like everybody's been on my back for it, but I'm like, I'm sorry. Like I post stuff, just enjoy it. I'm sorry I'm not messaging everybody, but like I just go in there and post, leave.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I do for stand-up stuff. It's just a safer way to live.
Mm-hmm.
You feel better.
Yeah.
Your brain feels better.
Definitely. Yeah. I don't like to sit there and scroll. It's just not good.
That's reassuring because I'm a little older than you, and I just assume that kids now are basically born with like a phone in their head. They just they're constantly on their phones, and they're like, if I'm not looking at my phone, I'm not alive. But you don't feel that way.
I don't personally, but I do know there are some people who are really glued to their phone. But honestly, the majority of people that I meet, like the people that I meet who are glued to their phone really just don't have anything else going on. Like busy people my age are never on their phone. But it's like, I think it's a matter of like, what do you do with your time?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. And if you have a job, if you have a career, you can't live on your phone.
Right.
Unless your career is looking at people's penises.
Yeah. I mean, even then, mine could hypothetically be that, but I still choose to like invest more time in shoots rather than invest time on my phone.
Smart.
So, I mean, because the shoots, like, they're guaranteed, you know, if you stay on your phone on OnlyFans, like, and just message a bunch of people trying to get sales, like, that's not entirely guaranteed.
Yeah.
So I don't feel comfortable doing that, you know, if it's not guaranteed.
Well, and also at a certain point, I think it's important how you're making money, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way the money comes in dictates how you're going to feel
I
forever.
would say so. Yeah, also, time is a big thing. Like, you know, I the whole reason I was like, fuck it, I want to do porn again was because I was like, I have no fucking time. Before this, I was working at a nursing home, and then after that, I was working at a hospital as a housekeeper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I worked like real jobs.
Yeah.
Before this. A lot of girls in this.
Well, those are tough jobs.
Yeah, they certainly. But yeah, I just when I was working those 9 to 5s, I had no time whatsoever, like for anything. Like I barely even had time to take a freaking shower at the end of my shift.
Yeah.
So you know, my theory is I make money because I want time to myself. So what would I be doing on my phone, wasting all that time?
Of course.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And as far as I know, you're probably shooting at most like once a week right now, right? Or more?
Well, me personally, I shoot a lot because I love shooting and I want to get my name out there as much as possible.
Okay, so you're getting started. How many times are you shooting, or how often are you shooting in general?
Like I guess a month would be the easiest way to measure it, but within a month I shoot like I want to say at the very least like 15 scenes.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I love it, but yeah.
Yeah. But you still have way more time than you would if you were exclusively doing OnlyFans.
No. The thing is, it's a trade-off. Like, I would rather the travel, meeting people, you know, getting to be behind the camera. Like,
Sure.
I love that. I can't help it. But yeah, I take the experiences over the sitting at home rotting in my room.
That's brilliant. Yeah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
That's so you learn that over time. Like, so you initially did those solos, you went and did OnlyFans, and now you're back because you want your time back.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was also I was in a long-term relationship, so it was like a big reason why I didn't want to do boy girl. I was like, I don't want to fuck anything up just for money. But you know. No,
I'm curious about that too. Like, what is it like doing porn in a relationship?
Well, while I was in a relationship, honestly, like, I know a lot of people have different experiences, but for me personally, the guy was like really cool about it. Like, really cool about it. Like, I mean, I never told him about any of my scenes because I felt like that'd be way fucking too much. But like, I'm sure I could if I wanted to, and he'd be like, "Oh, cool." Yeah.
So he just wasn't jealous. He was open. He didn't care.
He wasn't jealous, but I have like a big theory that he hit it. It's like, no way you can just be that cool with it. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
Yeah. Or he had something else on the side, which whatever, man. So did I.
You mean you did like actually or like for professional reasons?
Honestly, both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it sounds like, it's a cliche, but it sounds like you're doing what you like. You like sex.
Yeah, love it.
You're doing what you love.
I am. I'm getting paid to do what people try so hard to do, like at least once a weekend.
Totally. No. So we're in an apartment right now. We're in someone else's. This is my videographer's apartment, not Chris's.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's not here.
Oh.
Which is weird.
Interesting.
And kind of does sound like a setup for a porn. We're like, hey, he's not here.
Hey, man.
Hey, let's do. What was the name of the podcast porn? What was it?
Mano Job or something.
Yeah, sounds like a Mano Job.
Yeah.
He's not here, but he goes like, I get here at 1 p.m. to start recording. We're recording multiple episodes today. They're always asleep at 1 because they were out late the night before drinking, trying to get laid.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, last night he got. Well, my point is, these guys are always like behind on things, half asleep. Kelvin got punched in the face last night.
What the fuck?
Thank you. At least someone's laughing. It was pretty sad. When I got here, people were not in a good mood. No, it's fine. But yeah, I'm just like, the trials and tribulations, the things that people go through just to get laid.
I'm saying.
This guy went to the fucking hospital because he got punched in the face. Why did that happen? Because he wants pussy. That's why.
You should just date an OnlyFans girl.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, that would be. I think a lot of people would love to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not so easy.
Oh, is it not? I feel like they're everywhere.
Yeah,
I could be
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. No, there are.
Yeah.
Well, high quality OnlyFans, maybe not so easy.
There you go.
Low quality is probably very easy.
That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
But yeah, he should step it up. Like, just go date someone who loves sex. Or actually,
Yeah.
you said you watched one of my videos on sex addiction.
I think I saw like the clip on Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh.
so, do you identify with that on some level?
Like being like a nympho type thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't say it like that.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Okay, so
See, this is the good stuff. This is the real stuff.
yeah. I mean, okay. Here's the thing. Like when I first started, I didn't know
I
that.
also might
like,
be imagining this. You might not have messaged me about. Did you not message me about this?
I feel like that
We can
sounds
cut.
familiar.
Let's just cut this. No, we don't have to cut this.
That sounds familiar.
Okay, good. Okay,
But
good.
you know what? Just refresh my brain.
I thought you were like, oh, I watched this clip and I've been through some, or I've like kind of experienced that a little bit. No.
No, actually,
Okay,
no.
now I'm just
that just sounded familiar. for
putting
nothing.
words in your mouth. If you're up for it, I still want to talk about what you were about to.
Stop.
Okay,
Oh,
let's go.
yeah.
Just don't want to force you to.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
There is no forcing me. I'm very cool with everything.
No, okay, good. So what came to mind when, as you would say, we were talking about being in a nympho or whatever?
Oh yeah.
So just the word yeah.
Well, I didn't know that I was like such a nympho until I started doing porn. Like, cause I thought like, oh, I'm just a nympho for my boyfriend. No, I'm like a nympho in general. Like,
That's
as long
great.
as I'm attracted to somebody, it's like, yeah, let's
What
go.
a beautiful sentence. Just an info for your boyfriend.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's on them.
But it turned out you were actually an info for more people.
It turned out, yeah. I just didn't know because I never was gonna, you know.
Well, you've been with one guy.
Yeah, actually, but towards the very end of our relationship, like right before I started doing porn, like he was not paying me no attention. So I was like, all right, I guess I gotta get somewhere else. And that is exactly what I did.
Got
But yeah.
How did you do? Like, and you're 18 or whatever.
I
you were?
was 20, freshly 20.
Oh, you were 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you go if you're trying to like? Because generally women don't let on that they're like looking for sex.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of the time, I mean, you know the cliche of like women at a club and they're dancing. Well, you're not even 21 yet, but
I did go to a club though.
okay, you've
Yeah.
been to a club.
I've been to a few, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so you know, I mean, when I was single, I used to go up to women and be like, hey, try to dance or whatever the fuck, you know, slip on a banana peel, that kind of stuff. But you ask them to dance, and they're like, no, we're just dancing together.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the opposite of looking for sex.
Exactly. Yeah. No, if you're just dancing together, you definitely, or your friend. Is
I also think they're
forcing
kind of
you.
full of it too, or their friend might be forcing them to not talk to guys.
I've had that happen to me
Okay.
before. I was like trying to go off and be homoed, but
What did you say?
I said go off and be homoed, but like,
What does that mean?
when I want to, you know, like that's when I have like an alter ego.
Okay.
And that's when I'm like, you know. That's when I'm in my hoe mode, you know. I'm just ready to go and riz some guys up, and yeah.
So your alter ego is a homo or
No,
what?
a hoe. Hoe mode.
Oh, ho mode.
Yeah.
Homo. So you're in ho mode.
Actually, I am a little bit of a homo though. Yeah. Just a little bit. That too. You just reminded me.
All right. I was trying to make out what you meant by
Yeah,
that.
it was
Okay.
hard to hear.
Or like what the acronym is, if there is one. Okay, so ho mode.
Yeah.
And but you're also a homo.
Yeah, a little bit.
So when you're in ho mode, like you were with your boyfriend,
Yes.
at 20, what do you do?
Well, me personally, like, honestly, I'm not much of like a move maker. Like, I will just kind of like sit there and exist and hope to God you can't take the hint, you know? So, really, or you know what? I'll tell you what.
You're not dancing, you're just sitting.
Oh, at the club? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, sitting is no, people don't get it. Dancing is the worst. No, you don't want to dance because then a guy, he's like, oh, she's just trying
It's
to
a
dance.
lot of work.
That too. Well,
Yeah.
a lot of guys these days, they are like seeing her dance with her friends and they're like, I'm not going to go up to her.
Yeah.
Or like they see her confident and they're like, I'm not going to go up to her.
Uh-huh.
So my trick
Yeah.
is to sit at the bar like a deer in the headlights and just wait for a guy to approach me.
Yes. No, men love to take advantage of a lost woman.
Oh,
We really do.
Yeah, isn't it genius?
Yeah, it's very smart.
Thank you.
If you're on your own and you're sitting at the bar, yeah, I mean that's easy. That's like a fish just laying there on the top of the water.
You see my point?
Yes. Okay, that
So
makes
cash.
sense. So when you're in hoe mode,
Yeah.
that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
That is what I'm doing. I'm sitting at the bar, or I'm hitting like up a sneaky link or something like that. I have quite a few.
Sneaky link.
You don't know what a sneaky link is?
I don't know. You're saying so many things.
Okay, a sneaky link is like exactly what a sneaky link. So y'all link up and y'all are sneaky. Basically, it's just a hookup.
I feel like I'm learning so many like Gen Z phrases probably,
Good.
right? Is that what this is? Okay.
It is.
Okay, so sneaky link is you just hang. I should have like a suit and tie on and glasses for this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what did you mean by sneaky link? Like I'm taking notes.
You can take some notes. It's helpful.
Sneaky link is hooking up with someone in secret.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
You never tell anybody about it.
Well, you can tell your friends, but like, yeah, it's like low key. Like, it's not like you don't post each other type thing. Like, it's very low key. Like, either somebody can't know, or y'all just.
So maybe cheating on somebody, possibly. That's a sneaky link.
That would in fact be a sneaky link.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. So that's and that's no big deal. Like that's something that you've like if the guy says like let's have a sneaky link, that could mean I'm cheating. That could mean I don't want anybody to know about this.
I mean, to me, it's fine, but I don't help guys cheat because I feel like when I cheated, it was valid. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Because he wasn't paying any attention to me, and I asked him to for like 2 months. If you don't, all right, come on, that's too long to be asking for something now.
I get it.
But like, I don't help guys cheat unless no. The only way I think cheating is okay is like if it's like money and things tied up together. And it's like, okay, then you can't get out. And it's like,
yeah,
that
sure,
sucks.
sure.
But like, yeah, I don't help guys cheat. But sneaky link's totally fine. Like if a guy just doesn't want to know, like, okay, sure. But wait, why doesn't he want anyone to know? That's what
You
I would
never
wonder.
know.
That's what I'm saying. I would wonder that.
But that's the nature of the sneaky link.
That is, yeah. It's very mysterious.
Okay. And you guys both agree to this? Is there a dating app for sneaky links?
I mean, Tinder would be the. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what you were looking for back then.
Yeah.
You found it. Now, are you on you're single now?
Yes, very.
Okay. So we actually get some dating questions. We'll have something later.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Which is fun. But like more specific to you, if somebody wanted to hang out with you, date you formally, or maybe just have a regular old sneaky link, what do you think they should do?
Oh, okay.
Because there's probably someone watching this who's interested.
For sure, I'd hope so. Shit.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
But okay, so like I typically in my personal life have really high standards. But like my main things, like as long as we have chemistry, you're mid good looking, like just be medium good looking. It doesn't have
Not
to be
even
much.
particularly good looking.
Not even at this point.
So
I've been
if
through a
you're-
lot.
If you were gonna like pick a celebrity who's in the level of good looking that
that
you're
I
looking
actually
for,
want.
well, let's start at the let's start at the very bottom.
okay.
You're mid good looking, not great, but I'll put up with it. Let's start there. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
I was gonna say I
Steve
know.
Buscemi.
Well, no, I was gonna say no one's gonna be mad at me, but I think Ryan Reynolds is mid. I don't like the way he looks
Nice.
that much.
I have. I also have no. I've said a lot of crazy things on this podcast. This isn't even that crazy. No respect for Ryan Reynolds.
Why? Oh, because the way he tweets about Blake or something.
No, I just don't like. I just don't like him. The movies bother me. I don't like him that much. And we can pretend it's because he treats his wife poorly. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
there we go.
though.
Oh well.
Is that true?
I mean, I don't think he actually treats her poorly, but he just tweets like a lot of like funny.
He's being sarcastic.
Yeah, and like to me, it's
That's
like,
a little weird.
well, it's overdone. I think.
Yes.
I think 1 time, 2, 3 times is funny. A few times throughout the years, that's funny. But like, I feel like I don't think I've ever seen him tweet anything positive. But that's just I haven't looked.
You know what bothered me? Him making a TV show about how he bought a soccer team. I don't care. I have no interest.
Bro has beef with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead, buy a soccer team. I don't need him to watch a TV show about that. You know what I mean?
Is it any good? Like the soccer team?
I don't
bet they're
care. Maybe I think that was the point. He's like it's like a charity thing, but like don't do something charitable and make a TV show about it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that doesn't feel very charitable.
It's
Sounds
the opposite.
Like, yeah.
You want people to give you something for you giving them something.
That, and also it's like the team sounds like they suck, right? So then, like, why are you gonna put that on TV? Like,
Yes.
you can embarrass these kids.
Now we're on the same page.
Yeah. Fuck Ryan Reynolds. Fuck that guy.
You say that directly to camera?
Fuck Ryan Reynolds. Fuck that guy. Oh yeah.
That's good. That we'll clip that. I like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So if somebody wanted to date you and they maybe think that they're not super attractive, what is the lowest level attractive celebrity that we can use as a barometer for how attractive they need to be to date you? Or to have a sneaky link with you?
And are those two different things? Are those two?
Yeah, there are two different. Like for just a hookup, is it a different level of attractiveness than dating? Same thing.
Honestly, no. For a hookup, I would say there's a higher level of attractiveness.
Because you're just trying to
just
have a good
stick it in.
time.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say that. Just trying to stick it in.
But yeah, I mean, dating wise. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I can't actually.
No,
say
it's
that.
cool. I love it.
Yeah.
Let loose. I mean, I was thinking that. I just didn't say it.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll say it for you. But for dating though, I have like, I would say what really matters for dating is like chemistry is the biggest thing, and ambition. Like chemistry and ambition. As long as you are ambitious and we have chemistry, like.
So you don't want to lose her, but even for the hookup, you don't want to lose her.
I'd prefer not. Honestly,
Okay.
I'd prefer not.
I get long term wanting some ambitious guy, but like you're just like you said, just sticking it in.
I mean, if I'm just sticking in, maybe, but honestly, like I can smell a loser out, and it's just like
Yeah.
once I see that hoodie and that beanie, like
I bet this apartment doesn't smell great.
I guess my nose isn't working. Nah.
Okay. No. So that's interesting. You want an ambitious guy, whether you're dating long term or short term. You don't care.
I mean, preferably for the hookup, but for dating, absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then again, we're trying to isolate the level of attractiveness. Who's the celebrity? Yeah.
Like Ryan Reynolds, but a lot of people think he's attractive.
No.
But
You got to pick another one because he's everyone thinks he's attractive. Who's that level of attractiveness to you? But other people might agree.
What's that one guy?
What movies? What TV or?
I was thinking of this rapper who did that.
Little Dicky?
No, it's like a guy with black curly hair and like.
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow, yeah, like Jack Harlow would be fine. We could.
That's actually a really good example.
That's great.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
Jack Harlow, if you're looking like for the bottom baseline, Jack Harlow,
Yeah.
and then all the way up to that guy who was in jail who had black guy with blue eyes in jail, right? That guy.
I don't know him.
People love that guy.
He sounds.
Everybody wanted to have sex with that guy. He was like a celebrity from prison because he just headshot got out.
I will definitely look into that.
But Jack Harlow's the bottom.
I would say so.
You want an ambitious Jack Harlow.
Extremely ambitious.
He is
yeah.
ambitious.
That's hot.
Yeah. Okay, so Jack Harlow walks up to you at a bar or some. Do people slide into your DMs? How do you feel about that? Is that weird? I bet it's weird.
Honestly, I would much rather meet people in my personal
In
life.
person.
Yeah, because it's
I
like,
love that.
Yeah, I'd rather them not know what I do because it's like I feel like, oh my god, she's a porn star. I gotta
Puts pressure on.
Yeah, and it's like all about sex now. It's like, oh my god, of course I love having sex, but like let's not put all the pressure on it because then I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah,
you know?
that makes tons of sense.
Yeah, no.
Well, it's like you want to have sex with Kwame Leonard or what's his name? Let's say Steph Curry. You want to have sex with or you want to have sex with Kevin Durant and but you want to meet them at a basketball court. There's a lot of pressure to play basketball well.
That is true.
With a professional.
That's
Are you
true.
You're into Steph Curry?
Oh, I could definitely get behind Steph Curry. For sure. Yeah.
He's a good looking guy.
Yeah, he's a great looking guy. Actually, that reminds me, how much are basketball tickets running up these times of years?
It depends. You could probably get a reasonable ticket. You'd probably be all right.
Yeah.
And then you just sit alone somewhere.
Deer in the headlights.
You'll be cut to you at a Warriors game, just sitting underneath the hoop, like kind of looking confused.
Yes. That's definitely something I do.
Yeah, somehow there's a bar stool underneath, like.
Not the bar stool, and then like randomly like a bar lighting like cuts on.
Yes.
too.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, so you want to meet in person, and it could be at a bar. If you're at a bar, what do they say to you that you'd be into?
Honestly, something funny. I'm very big on like humor and stuff like
you're
that.
Funny.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. This is your first podcast. We didn't even say that.
Oh.
We are. This is your podcast, Virginity. We are.
Yeah, it's my podcast. They're taking my podcast, Virginity.
Okay, you got to say that again for a clip. That's great.
They are taking my podcast, Virginity, as we speak.
That's a big deal, and we said this before we started, but virginity in porn is huge.
Yeah.
Any sort of, I'm assuming like anal virginity is a big deal.
It is.
Yeah.
So I've learned.
but we're starting a new trend: podcast virginity.
Yes.
And you're doing it on the Ben the Menace podcast. That's a pretty big deal.
It is. I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to someone is interested in you. They're at a bar. You're into humor.
Mm-hmm.
So someone's got to come up and just make a fart noise, or like what do they do?
Not gonna lie, there is a small chance that would win me over, just that one little gesture. But like,
maybe they put a whoopee cushion down underneath you.
Nah, I'd be like, all right, shit, let's go to the bathroom.
So I'm picturing a guy wearing a clown costume, sliding a whoopee cushion underneath your chair, and then you look up after the fart noise happens, and they put a pie in your face.
Yeah.
Instant intercourse.
Honestly, I could do without the pie and the clown costume, but yeah.
So funny is important.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I
And
remember. Sorry.
So hard to put your finger on what is funny, what isn't, but you know it when you see it.
Yeah. I like low comedy. Low comedy is an easy one.
Oh man, this is so interesting. This is like a glossary of terms for people who are younger than me. I have no idea what is low comedy.
Oh well, that's actually a theater term. I took theater.
Oh, it
in high
is?
school.
Okay.
Yeah, low comedy is like farts.
This is probably from like the 1800s then or something.
Actually, yeah.
Okay,
it is,
got it. Okay, so I'm just retarded. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so low comedy is like low hanging fruit. Like fart jokes, shit jokes.
Exactly.
Got it.
All the just gross humor.
You studied theater.
I did. Yeah.
That makes sense. Like, I know this is your first podcast, but you're funny. You're having a good time. Theater background's pretty helpful. Now, I have not heard a lot of porn stars say this, but tell me if I'm wrong. Theater background probably doesn't hurt for porn.
I would say it actually helps so much.
Because you're doing role play, right?
Oh yeah, it's all like. I don't like it's such a small number of scenes that aren't role play.
Yeah.
And in theater, I took theater 1, I took theater 2, I took improv.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in like a few plays. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really helpful.
Did you ever do Meisner?
I
feel like it was where you repeat phrases that people are saying. Like I would go like, "This couch is uncomfortable," and you'd go, "This couch is uncomfortable," and then by the end of it, we're screaming, "This couch is," we're yelling or whatever. But it always starts with opening a door. Like one person walks in through a door, and then the scene starts. And I feel like that's basically porn is basically like Meisner, that instead of ending at yelling the same phrase, sex. It ends with sex.
Yeah, it ends with, oh my God.
yeah. The phrase is, oh my God.
Yeah, and literally, that is a very good, yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So the theater background pays off. Do a lot of people in porn have a theater background? Yes, no, you have no idea?
I have no idea, but I would definitely recommend it. It was honestly like, we do a lot of improv, lot of improv, and like
the scenes are kind of loose.
Yeah, very. They're really loose. Yeah.
I talked about this with Riley, but I wrote a porn a long time ago, a gay porn for a guy.
That's awesome.
I used to work at a gym, and this dude was like, "I'm starting a porn company. I know you're a writer. Write me some scripts." And I wrote this like really nuanced, it was like a dark comedy, and I handed it to him, and he was like, "Just pick a location and let them fuck there. What are you doing?"
That's unfortunate. That's hilarious.
Because it's a lot of it's improvised. You're not going exactly off of the script.
Yeah. The script is more of like an outline of like what they want in the scene, what like the role play is, and like if they want something specifically mentioned, it's usually like 1 to 3 lines, and they tell you like, okay, on this one, say this.
Got it.
Yeah, or they like remind you.
But they want like a general conversation that leads to the sex. That's it.
Oh yeah.
And do you? This is interesting because when I watch porn, sometimes it seems like you guys don't even know when it's going to start. Do you? Is there like? is there a guy behind the camera going like go? is there someone telling you to start, or does it happen sort of organically in the scene?
I would say like porn is pretty organic actually. Like they just kind of. I mean, it depends on the company.
That's reassuring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the company, but like most companies, or at least the one that I shoot for the most, like they really just like to, chime in. Hey, do this. And just keep recording. It's really just two people having sex and then, here and there getting told instructions. Oh, stand like this. But there are some times where like the camera has to see what's literally going on, and like don't get it twisted. Porn stars are athletes. They are athletes.
100%.
Yeah.
I've said that, and OnlyFans people sometimes are not. I've said that too.
Yeah, no, they definitely don't do half the work we do.
Yeah. No, I've said that. It's like porn bloopers a lot of the time.
It is, yeah. But the thing is, people like that sometimes. They love. It's
relatable.
Yeah,
I've said it. You know, mumble rap.
I love mumble rap.
Yeah. No, but it's kind of guys like not really rapping.
Right. Yeah.
OnlyFans a lot of the time is mumble porn.
Yeah. Right. It is mumble porn. You can't even see like anything going into anything, but it's like some guys like, oh yeah, it's great.
I literally have said that on stage. No, it's like it looks like soaking sometimes.
It could be considered I know a lot of people are actually into that. Maybe it was.
Really?
Yeah. Mormons.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Well, no. I mean, for having a kid, maybe it works, but like not for enjoying yourself.
Fair enough.
Well, so you just leave it in, and you don't do it. It's like, what makes you come?
I don't know. I hear some guys like it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're just praying to God that you come.
No, I heard like this one fucked up story. Like, I gotta stay off of TikTok, but I heard like.
Me too.
I heard like at like Mormon camp, like these kids would like just sit there and like they would like take turns like soaking, and like one of them would like kick the bed or something so that they weren't having intercourse. So,
yes.
One of them jumps on the bed.
So that it vibrates.
What the fuck?
So in order to have successful sex, you need like 8 people around to shake you.
That is so much more like kinky than normal sex. Like that is insane.
That's wild.
Just have sex.
I've actually heard that Hasidic Jewish people. I'm Jewish. I'm not Hasidic, obviously.
I don't know what
Hasidic is like the guys with the long sideburns and the hats.
They're
kind
of cool.
You've seen them? You want to have sex with one? I'll introduce you to some.
Maybe for the one time.
Yeah,
I'm
just
down
for like an
anything.
experience.
Yeah.
You should film a scene with the really big guy. The guy who looks like Santa Claus and he's got like a chimney hat.
Wow.
These guys are. Oh, you never seen this? Go to Melrose and La Brea. And start soliciting for a scene. Try to find a rabbi.
Yeah, I don't know if I will.
No, don't do that. I don't think they're into that. Or if they are, they wouldn't say it out loud. You know what I mean? What I was going to say, though, is that they soak, too. They're supposed to soak. They do it through a sheet. They cut a hole in a sheet so they don't physically touch their spouse, which is bizarre. This is the opposite of enjoyable sex.
Right.
Of course. If I know anything about Jews, we know how to not enjoy things. We know that. So cut a hole in a sheet. You're just placing it in your wife. It has to be your wife. Which again, bullshit. I mean, that's stupid to begin with. And it's soaking. So you leave it in there. You do nothing. But what they do as like a loophole that they found is that they go to like old motels that vibrate, where the bed vibrates. So they don't need the 8 people to shake the bed, but they're soaking on a vibrating bed just so they feel something. And then for some reason, God is okay with that, which I don't understand.
He's not. He's not okay with all that planning.
You heard it here first. God's not cool with that. It's a little silly to try to find like a motel loophole.
I would say so.
Because God's like, what do you do? Get out of the motel. Just thrust. And stop going to motels.
I mean, but here's the thing. Why is the soaking okay? Like, is that supposed to be or no?
I think I don't know the details, but I think that's what God wants you to like kind of not enjoy the sex. Which again, it's like, why are we even here?
What the fuck? I'm sorry.
We're built to reproduce. I mean, that's like on paper why people have sex. It's enjoyable because we're supposed to. Sex is supposed to be productive. It's supposed to be, and consequently, it's supposed to be enjoyable. If your fucked up God doesn't want you to enjoy sex, maybe you picked the wrong God.
Yeah. Yeah, pick
Yeah.
a new one.
Fascinating how all the religions have different loopholes. Like for Catholics, it's anal.
Yeah.
For Jews, it's a vibrating bed. For Catholics, it's anal. For Mormons, it's literally being shaken by
It's an
your
orgy.
friends.
It's a fucking orgy.
Yeah,
is what
it's
it
an
is.
orgy in a hammock.
Yeah, not cool. I haven't even had an orgy, and I'm a porn star. Like, that's great. Okay, technically it's not an orgy, but I would consider that there are people included in your sex acts. That's an orgy.
It's a voyeur orgy.
There
Yes.
you go. He knew the word.
They're getting off. Yeah, it's voyeurism.
Yeah, that's fucking gross. Just kidding. I'll probably do a scene like that.
I do have an idea for a porn. First of all, I think the rabbi porn is a good idea.
I think so too.
That's something to tap into.
Yeah.
A second one is a Mormon porn where you're supposed to be soaking,
But you just don't.
but you get fed up with it and you're just like, let's fucking do. Yeah, that's good, right?
That is really good. Wow.
Hey, if
That's
anybody
just- oh.
if anybody wants to buy script ideas, send them my way.
I will actually, or like ideas, like 'cause that's just a good idea. The script hardly matters. The rabbi thing, that's gold.
Rabbi, Mormonism, getting fed up with soaking.
Yeah, that's gold.
I think that's an idea. Breaking the rules. What's better than that?
Actually, it's a good idea. It's a good like concept.
Hey.
I like it. And you know what? I was just on set yesterday, and there was a confessional literally like on the set. So like we could totally make the rabbi thing happen.
Okay.
I mean, do they have confessionals?
So they were mimicking like a Catholic confessional.
Yeah.
I could see people getting off on that too.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing the the neck thing.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
had the whole shebang, like the priest and then the little girl and then yeah.
That
And
makes sense.
actually, no, it wasn't a girl. It was gay porn. And there was a glory hole.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. In the confessional.
Yeah,
That's very smart.
I'd say so.
Well, and a glory hole, we were just talking about having sex through the sheet.
Mm-hmm.
A glory hole is like the ultimate sheet.
It is.
It's a whole wall.
Honestly, I can't imagine that being comfortable.
The glory hole?
Yeah,
As a dude.
but like as a dude, what about like? Is it not like?
You can go if you want. Oh. If you need to go to your room, you can. Okay. The glory hole, I mean, I've never done it. I got to say.
Dang.
Wink, wink. No, I've never done it. I can't imagine it being comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it is.
But there is something like exciting about it. I've seen
think?
porns with it. Yeah, there's something kind of. Well, I think the joke is like, who knows what's on the other side? Could be anybody, man, woman, and nobody knows. But there's something like that people get off on about glory holes. There has to be. Or
Yeah.
else they wouldn't shoot so many scenes like that.
That's true. I guess it's just the idea of like maybe it's like the same concept of like stuck porn. Oh, I'm stuck in my life.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I actually haven't seen that, but
That must be like the girl version.
maybe it's like the opposite of stuck.
Yeah.
Yes, and also to be honest, it's like I don't really want to look at the dude, and he's behind a wall. That's
Fair
kind of
enough.
nice too.
Okay, I can see your point. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care about him.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of guys do not care about him.
I'm not worried. If anything, I'm avoiding looking at him. Then if there's a wall there, I don't have to.
That's a good point. Yeah. Honestly, they should probably start producing more glory hole porn. Yeah. Because I hear a lot of people, they're like, oh my God, why is the male talent in it so much? And then they're like, all right, block his face with your body. And I'm like, all right.
That is kind of your job, right?
Yeah, to block his face with my body. Yeah.
And probably not that easy because you do not have a big body.
No, I'm very small. The measurements go crazy. It's tiny.
So you do it, but you've learned how to block the face.
I mean, most of the time they'll just it's hard to know because you're there fucking. It's a different position every time. Like there's a lot of factors that go into it. So usually they'll just hold the camera and tell you, just move to the right a little bit, and you'll just do that.
Got it.
Yeah.
They tell you what to do.
Yeah, basically.
All right. So a guy walks up to you at a bar. He's already made some fart noises.
Great.
What next? Well, what's with a stranger? You just want to have a good conversation, and then.
I mean, yeah, just a good conversation, really. And like, I don't really go home with people on the first night because like that's just completely unsafe. Like,
It's dangerous.
Yeah. So I don't do that. But like, if I did, I would. But no, I don't. But anyway, I just want a good conversation, collect the social medias, and like hopefully we're into the same music because if we're not, that could totally be a deal breaker.
And you want them to not know who you are.
Preferably, yeah.
So if you do know who she is, pretend.
Yeah, they actually, yeah. See, that's the thing. I have a full philosophy. What I don't know can't hurt me.
Yeah.
If I don't know that you don't know me.
Well, what if I come up to you and I'm like, I've seen your stuff. That's already bad, right?
It is because it's like kind of it's like it's not bad. It's like, you know, I put it out there, but it's like scary because like as a girl, you're like, oh, I'm in this industry, and you're like, oh, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, this guy's been watching.
Yeah.
Now that checks out.
Right.
All right. Well, we're nearing the end of the episode.
Aww.
We usually do. I know it's been fun. We'll have you back on.
Oh yay!
And if you end up doing your own, I'd love to do. I mean, whatever.
Oh, the potty. No.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it. That's a $1 million idea.
Yeah, it's copywritten. We don't need to get it
anymore.
We can cut that.
Or that. I don't care. Just they won't. They don't know what I'm talking about. All I said was.
But if that ever happens, that could be fun.
Yeah.
At the end, we usually do a segment called "Ben Changed My Life."
Oh, cool.
Q&A. A lot of the time, it's like dating, lifestyle stuff. There's a little banner down here. It should be down here now that says "Ben Changed My Life." There's a little song playing. Yeah, you point at it. Look at it.
I was wanting to do that.
Good, you did take improv.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think we have a question from Chris for this. Yeah. So this is Ben Changed My Life, and Chris has a question that we're gonna try to answer.
Sounds fun.
Here, you want to hand him your mic? It's a longer cord. Yeah. Here. There you go.
All right, so one of the ongoing sagas on this is me trying to like change my dating habits. So a little bit of a background about me so you could help answer the question is that I pretty much only work. I kind of live a boring life. I just want to make as much money as I can. When I'm not doing something that's like is going to give me money, I'm looking for something that's going to make me money. But because of that, living that boring life when I date, I kind of like looking for chaos. And it's kind of like a lot of the girls that I like lean towards, like, I don't want to say crazy, but like, you know, they have that. If I don't text them back in like 2 seconds, it's like 30 million text messages. What are you doing? I like that chaos. I know it's not healthy, but I like that chaos. And then now that I'm 31, I'll be 32 in May. I'm trying to think about how old I am. And my best friend just got married, and at his marriage, he like pulled me to the side. I was like, dude, you're getting kind of old to be going to be doing what you're doing. Maybe it's time to like be more serious. And I don't like that. Like when I try and give like a girl a chance, that's like that's everything that's right about them. They don't do anything wrong. It's just I lose interest so fast because that chaos isn't there. And then I do feel bad because they're great. They didn't do anything wrong. It's literally just me. So I'm trying to like, what's a good way for me to break that cycle? Because I would like to find someone one day that's like my partner, not just some girl that I'm seeing to get excited, but someone who's going to help me. I'm going to help them. How do I break the chaos cycle that I enjoy so much?
It's a good question, right?
It is a good question.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Thank you, Chris.
I guess. Are you okay? Am I answering?
Go for it.
Okay,
Something
cool.
comes to mind. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So like me personally, I also have like a bad habit of doing that. But like, you know, when I notice myself doing that, I'll just try to like have some type of bonding activity with the person. Like if I know they're a good person and it could work out potentially, like, hey, come over, help me do my dishes. Hey, come over, cook with me. Like, hey, want to come apartment hunting with me? Like,
brilliant.
Yeah.
Such good advice.
Better from a 20-year-old. I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
Okay, and is that mostly it, or is there more to it?
That's all I can think of right now.
I mean, that's brilliant.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm trying to apply. Like the last person told me just to delete Tinder and Bumble.
I mean,
All right.
That's something.
Yeah, but because that's where I end up finding them. It's just off Tinder. But I'm specifically looking for that also at the same time.
right.
I really like that, like going on dates that are like doing laundry, right?
Yeah.
Like productive dates.
Yes. Yeah.
Or you want to go, you both have computer work to do. You go to a cafe or something, you do it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Like the kind of dates you would have basically when you're dating someone, as opposed to like in the early stages.
Yes.
We got to go to a movie.
Yeah, because it's so uncomfortable. Who even wants to why even go to a movie when you're trying to get to know each other and you're going to sit at a screen and not even be able to talk? That's my least favorite first date.
And dinner usually isn't great either.
Yeah,
like in the early stages.
Right, because you're talking, covering your mouth.
Yeah. Yes. You don't want to look gross. Or you do look gross.
And also lighting. Restaurants have different lighting.
Oh, that's yeah. You're probably more aware of lighting than me.
Yeah.
Where's the best? If I'm going on a first date, what's the best lighting?
Direct lighting like this, like.
So I should bring one. So I should bring one of these.
Yeah, just whip it out, like. But
yeah,
like.
You can't see it on camera. There's an enormous balloon light. I make reservations at a restaurant. We're going to Ruth Chris, and I go, oh, this is the table. Bring in the balloon light.
She'll love it. She'll feel so romantic.
And they set it down.
She'll love it.
Yeah. Okay.
But really, just like that overhead lighting, like that low overhead lighting, it just makes even if you have good makeup, it makes it look so bad.
So like IKEA.
Yeah.
Or something like that, like a furniture store.
Yeah, but like no fluorescent lights are bad too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So really, we just need the balloon light. That's
just bring the freaking balloon
light. Yeah, gigantic, like huge lighting equipment while doing laundry. That's the best date. Yeah,
she might love that. You know,
if she's a porn star, she will love that.
That is true.
Yeah,
she'll be very comfortable. It's like a natural habitat.
Yeah. So there's gonna be a guy filming the date tonight. Yeah.
That would actually be low key. So
that's not a bad idea.
That's really not. I like that idea.
Yeah.
If a hot guy hit me up on Tinder was like, hey, like I know it's kind of weird, but like I want to do a first date, but like come on my podcast for our first date, I would be like, that's kind of freaking cool. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you're saying like this is a date.
Yeah.
But we're doing a podcast too.
Yeah, you make it known.
So Myra, I got to tell you, we're nearing the end of the episode. This is a date. No, it's not.
Shit, too late.
You've already committed. This is a date. No, that actually reminds me. When I was in school, I did a. This is a long story, but I did a. It was called an ethnographic case study on highly educated strippers. So I went out and interviewed strippers.
That's cool.
I was like 24. I was a few years older than you are now. But really, what did I want? If you're thinking about it, I wanted to fuck strippers. So yeah. I would be like, "Oh, come over to my place. We'll do an interview." And if I could, I would have which is not the Institutional Review Board does not love that. People who look over studies don't love that. But that's what I mean. That's why I did that. And it was great because you get to know them. They respect you. Mm-hmm. It in hindsight was if you want to have sex, not a bad idea. If you want to be a professor, maybe not a great idea.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, but whatever. But that's what I did, and that's why I did it.
I would do it too. I'm not gonna lie. Even I would kind of sleep with a stripper. A male stripper? Oh, I'd so sleep with a male stripper.
You should do a podcast where you only interview male strippers.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch him.
That's not a bad. That's not a bad idea.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
Is that all, Chris?
Yeah.
Right.
Is that good? I mean.
Well, I can do
is there
Q&A thing, not dating related.
One more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's ask one more question and then we'll wrap it up. All
cool.
right.
All right.
Here, you can do either one.
Yeah, you can't have that.
So, have you thought at all about long-term working in the industry? Like, you know, there's always it's kind of like in Hollywood they say you got like a couple good years in you, and I'm sure that they say the same thing in the porn industry. Have you thought about getting behind the camera or what's next? And is that something you want to talk about, or is that still something you want to have like under wraps for the time being?
I love talking. I'll definitely talk about it. Thanks for asking. That's actually an interesting question. Yeah. Yeah, I've thought a lot about like my future in the industry and things like that. Like originally when I first went into this, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do 2 years, build up my OnlyFans, dip. But now I'm like, I love this industry. And also, if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it for real. Like I want to be like Riley Reid, Mia Khalifa. Like I want to be a freaking household name.
Got it.
Yeah. So I do want to do it for a long time, and like I would love to get behind the camera like during or after, you know, my camera days. So yeah, like producing, coming up with scenes. Like to me, the funnest thing ever, excuse me, is coming up with like really funny ideas for scenes and stuff like that, and just seeing how cheesy we can get with porn. And like, will they still watch it? Yeah, funny, great, let's do it.
Okay, yeah, you said that at the beginning. What's like the funniest porn that you've done?
Oh my gosh, the funniest. It's really hard, but
What's up there?
Up there. Okay, so I just did my first BBC scene. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it went great.
That's the
really
British
great.
Broadcasting Company. What is that?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, that. But I did that, and like after the pop shot, there you go. That's a good YouTube term.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, pop shot. He literally.
What would you normally call it? We can cut this, or maybe no. Don't say that. Okay.
Okay, cool.
We'll leave it out. Tell me after. After the pop shot.
After the pop shot, he takes his thumb and he goes Simba on my forehead with it.
Oh.
That shit was like.
That's in it.
I don't know if it made the cut.
Okay.
We shot like a scene without it, so
that's funny though.
They had the option, but they do have the option to keep that.
Simba.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that's pretty good. Is there one more before we wrap up? Anything that comes to mind? Okay.
Yeah, there is.
I want like slapstick. I want like Pink Panther. You know what I mean? Somebody slips and falls and then they're having sex, or what, you know what I mean? They fall down a flight of stairs and someone's like,
unfortunately, I haven't gotten to go that cheesy yet.
Okay.
But I did like a what's it, threesome with two guys, and it was like a coach and like a kid on the team, and like
that's funny.
Right, and like they had us on the couch like fooling around, and then they had him like at that little like right here, like popping his head up like that, and like it was just so funny.
And were they obviously different ages?
Yeah, like the guy, like the coach was like older, and like the kid was like 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it would be even funnier if they were like pretty much the same age.
I know, that'd be hilarious, huh? Coach, what are you doing?
Yeah. Coach, and they're both like 28.
Yeah, oh yeah. While they were like fucking me, like they high five, they go like tag team and shit like that. Or, like,
that's good.
It was funny. I can't wait for it to release.
Do you now during scene? Do you laugh?
I try
or
not to.
Or you're not supposed to. You're holding it in.
Well, like I laugh. Well, I laugh a little bit during the scene, yeah, because
it's
like
funny.
It is funny, but also because my character, she really, really loves sex. So like she can't help but laugh.
This is your character.
Yeah. You know, we'll see.
Yeah, I say that. Like, again, if I write something on paper, I go, this guy is kind of a bitter lunatic. And it's like, it's me.
Yeah, it's actually me. So.
Yeah. same idea. Okay. Right. That makes sense. So is there ever a moment in porn where you're like holding in a laugh with a dick in your mouth? Does that ever happen?
Yeah. Yeah. I just recently did a shoplifter scene, which is like I got caught shoplifting and I got strip searched.
Yes.
And
this sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. And so like you're supposed to like act like, you know, like y'all are making a deal. Like you're not supposed to be like so over the top with this like scene. So like, you know, I'm sitting here sucking it, and then they're like, what's it called? They're like, okay, now act like you don't want to, but start doing better. And I'm just sitting here like, bruh, like that's such a weird instruction.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, like, so the scene is like, how do I put it? You know, I get in trouble for shoplifting, and so the guy catches me and he's like, well, I'm gonna have to call the cops unless, and you're like, fuck. So my character is just basically, all right, shit, let's get this over with.
Yeah.
That for the whole scene.
And you were laughing?
I was laughing because it's hard for me to act like I hate my scene partner.
Yeah, totally.
It was hard, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, pretend you don't enjoy this.
Yeah, I'm like sucking dick like, all right.
I wish we had more time, but this is kind of the end. Is there anything you want to plug? Anything you... Yeah?
Yeah, how do I do that?
Just tell everybody where they can find you, what to look up, anything like that. And check the link in the bio.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all can find me on Twitter at Myra Glassford X. Okay, and all my links are in my bio, but also y'all have to check the link in this bio, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Did I? Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's great. It was great having you here. Give it up for Myra Glassford, everybody. Give it up for her.
It was so great to be here.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.